What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the news you might have missed for Monday, September 26th. And it really all happened right away, I would say, during the morning of today. But let's start with The Last of Us TV show. Now, I will have a video, or maybe I already do have a video by the time this video goes up, where I go more in depth, talk about a couple questions I have about the season as well. But we did get a brand new trailer for the show. I really have to fight myself to not say game, and it looks awesome. It looks really, really good. I say it in the in the main channel. I'll say it here. I was pretty against the idea of doing this, and I still generally am not a super fan for adapting games into movies or television, for the simple fact that I just don't think you can do it better, so why try at all? With that being said, I get there's other ways of looking at it. That's just one of my ways, but it looks really good. Joel, Ellie, everything seems to be coming together. The clicker looks phenomenal. It looks really impressive, and the more I see it, the more I hear it, because audio is important, especially their voices. I'm really impressed by what we've seen so far. So I'm in, and now it's just, will they be able to really nail it for an entire full season? And then where will that season go? Where will it end in regards to the game? And then where will the next season, pick up at? Those are some of the questions, and I talk about that more on my main channel. Very early this morning, we had Silent Hill news. I, again, had to fight myself to not say rumors, but no, this is definitely, in my opinion, happening. So we got a rating in the Korean rating board, which at that point means it's real, right? A Silent Hill, a legitimate Silent Hill game, was rated in Korea. You can't rate something that doesn't exist. I'm just trying to think of like comebacks in case people say, oh, well, it still's not going to happen. I mean, look, I know it's been a long journey for Silent Hill. We've heard rumors of 3 Silent Hill games. We've heard rumors of 2 Silent Hill games for like the better parts of a year and a half. But now recently, we've heard about 3 of them in all. I get it's been a long road. It's been a very long journey, but it really does seem like we're getting at least one of them. Now, whether that is the Silent Hill 5 or whether it's the episodic series that's been rumored to be happening, it seems like it's one of those. And it did get an official rating, and the game is as far as my mind goes, the game is real, and now we just wait for an official announcement, which you gotta think, could happen at a Sony show. There's been long talks about that for a long time, and we'll see if that ends up happening one day as well. We also got E3 2023. Now, a lot of these things I even tweeted on Twitter, and it's like, okay, I'm excited for The Last of Us show. Let's retweet that. The E3 stuff came out, and I was like, I don't care all that much. E3, in my opinion, has been a shell of its former self. It's been many, many years, more than half a decade, since E3, in my opinion, should be considered good. I think 2016 is probably the last good E3, and that's, by the time this E3 comes, that was 7 years ago. So, also, we've had E3 been promised before, and then they cancel them. In fact, E3 2022 was promised, was said it was going to happen, and then they canceled it. So, yes, they had confirmed E3 2023. To their credit, they're trying to mix things up. There's going to basically be like a pre-E3 event, which are more for like the business and the people that make games. There's going to be like a media/announcement phase couple days, and there's going to be where the fans get to enter, and play, and the whole thing's packed, right? Like we've seen it before. In fact, they even use that terminology, like how you've seen E3 before is those last 2 days, and then the 2 days before then is the announcements, and the couple days before then are just when everybody gets there, and it's kind of low-key, everybody's kind of calm, right? And then it's the calm before the storm. I mean, that is trying something different. Of course, you can mix in streaming, so you have like in-person and streaming. I mean, E3 can be good, but I don't have a lot of faith, because it's been a long time since it, has been good. They've lost a lot of publishers that care to go. Sony, Nintendo. I'm sure there's going to be many more that follow. I mean, Ubisoft and EA has been ones as well that have kind of gone and not gone. So who knows who's even there? Microsoft, and that's maybe it, right? Maybe somebody else like a Konami or Warner Bros., but we'll have to see. Again, a cool event in June. Yeah, I want them. I want as many as possible. It doesn't just have to be Summer Game Fest, but if you're going to do it, you got to do it right, and E3 hasn't done it right, in my opinion, for 6.5 years, and then by the time we get to that point, 7 years since E3 last did it well. And then finally, we have Star Wars news. Now, this is, well, news as in like a rumor. This comes from Tom Henderson, his new gaming site. By the way, Tom Henderson, the leaker we talk about quite often on both channels, he has formed his own website where he writes, and he also has contributors write just literally about like gaming rumors, and he's one of the best gaming insiders on the planet, and probably combined with him being like one of the best, he's also one of the more vocal, right? Like Jason Schreier knows his stuff, but he doesn't really talk all that much. Tom Henderson knows his stuff and he talks a lot, which in this case is a good thing. So on his site, they did an article about Star Wars, and basically the rumor is Disney wants there to be 2 Star Wars games that release every single year. And he goes through the list, like there's 8 Star Wars games in development, and we know, like, you know, Star Wars Eclipse and Jedi Survivor, and he goes through that. But he also talks about how there's a lot more Star Wars games that are in pre-production that haven't been announced yet. And again, the goal is to get these games out 2 times a year, not necessarily both being huge games. I think the plan would be, based off the rumor, 1 big game, so let's say like a Jedi Survivor, and then the other game that year would be more of like a smaller, like a Star Wars Squadrons, right? It was $40, wasn't a AAA gigantic thing, was a little bit smaller, and honestly, yeah, I'm in. It's the same kind of principle I would do with not just Star Wars, Marvel should be releasing at least 1, if not more, Marvel games a year, which they kind of consistently have. DC needs to start releasing at least 1 just every year, just a DC game every single year. You do that, and then in my opinion, honestly, the Wizarding World, Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy, let's get another one. Let's get a Wizard's Chest. Let's get a Quidditch. I mean, if you do these things, yes, you can definitely overkill it, absolutely. But if you're trying to build like the brand and I guess establish it in the gaming sphere, you got to release more than 1 every 3 years or 1 every 2 years, right? It's got to be a little bit more consistent than that. So that's what he talks about, and I think that's a great idea, and that's what should happen anyway. So let me know what you guys think about these stories in the comments below. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I'll see you all on tomorrow's video.